She's shaking her head. Why does my brother have to introduce me? Okay, Thomas Edison. Real quick, who was Thomas Edison?
Inventor,
light bulb, one of the greatest inventors of all time, right? Light bulb, going around, all kinds of great stuff, right?
Tesla would argue with you, though.
I'm sorry?
Tesla would argue with you about that, but...
Yes, he would. All their debates about waves and light bending waves and all that kind of stuff. They would, but let's just say he was up there, right? One of the big guys. So many, many years ago, I was reading this little article about Edison, and that what he did in his laboratory was that he didn't sleep a lot, and he had a workbench, and he would hold this metal ball in his hand, and as he would start to doze off, this metal ball would fall, and he'd like wake up from just starting to fall asleep, and that's when he got his best ideas. Did anybody know that?
No.
Okay. So I said, that's interesting. So why is he getting his best ideas just as he's starting to fall asleep when the ball drops out of his hand? So then I started learning, and I don't know the order, but you know, our brain has different waves, alpha, beta, theta, you know, all that stuff, right? Well, when you start to fall asleep, your brain goes from one set, from like whatever, from alpha to beta, I don't know the order, but it starts changing patterns. And so what he kind of unconsciously recognized is that his brain was more receptive to ideas in a totally relaxed state just prior to falling asleep. So I was thinking about that, and I go, that's interesting. So when I started learning a little bit, you know, about brain waves and a different level of brain waves, and you know, we go to sleep, our brain goes into different levels. And then I started thinking, when do people say they get like some of the best ideas?
Middle of the night.
Shower. Who said shower?
I'll say shower.
A joiner. Trying to be a leader, Sal. See? Okay. So, why do you get some great ideas while you're in the shower?
You're relaxed.
You're relaxed, right? So he knew that when he got to this relaxed state of almost falling asleep, so almost, you know, you call it whatever you want as far as alpha, beta, but a meditative type state, which is why, like, when you're in a shower and you're kind of relaxed, things come to you. Now, there's a couple reasons why this happens, in my opinion. One, in my humble opinion, without getting too wacky, is that ideas are like radio waves. They're always out there. So your brain gets into a state where you can receive information that's kind of floating around, just like a radio. The other thing is that ideas that you have, that you kind of create, co-create, how you want to say it, come to you when you're in a relaxed state. So what I started doing was consciously, during the course of a day, if I want an idea, instead of like tensing and figuring out how to come to an idea, I would just start training myself over a period of years just to be relaxed. So when people call me and they say, well, I need an idea, and I'll just take my sister, for example. She called me a couple months ago. She's in some big meeting with all these people in New York, and they need an idea. And she goes, I need an idea, I need it now, right?
I needed a catchphrase.
A catchphrase. She needed a catchphrase. She needed a catchphrase, and they needed it now, and they had this whole team in there, and they couldn't figure it out. And I'm like, okay, what is it? Instead of tensing, I just went into what I've trained myself to just relax. And boom, I just told her, this is it. Boom, boom, boom. And I can instantly come up with ideas, marketing, just by allowing myself to relax into the idea. So anyway, it's been working for me. Just wanted to share that with you. Something just what I do. And